Hello, it's Neil Ball, your online marketing coach from www.workwithneilball.com. In this training, I'm going to demonstrate how to merge two spreadsheets together. This example is going to use two spreadsheets in the same workbook or the same worksheet. So the easiest way, if you've got two separate workbooks with the spreadsheets in, is probably to put them both into the same spreadsheet or the same workbook. Now, once you've got the two spreadsheets in the same workbook, like I have here, so I've got sheet 1, which has got the names, address, city, state, zip for 29 people, and sheet 2 has got the names and the date of births, and that's actually for 100 people. So obviously there's more data in sheet 2 than there is in sheet 1. So to do this, the process of merging actually uses the vlookup function within Excel. Now, I found that the explanation that's provided within Excel of how to use this function is not very good. So a video is an excellent way of demonstrating how to use it, and then once you see it, you see it's a very easy thing to do. So the first thing I'd recommend you do is to take the range of data that you're actually wanting to use or that you want to merge. So I want to take the data from here where there's a match and put it in this spreadsheet. So what I'm going to have here is every field that has a name that matches will also have the address details populated over here. In this particular example, the name column is common to both spreadsheets and will be actually used to tie the data across to each other. Very important. You've got to have data that obviously has some commonality, else you can't do this. So the best way to do this is to highlight all of the cells. Is to highlight all of the cells where the data is that you're going to want to compare and copy. So I've highlighted all those there. If you then go up to Formula on the top tab here and click Define Name, you can actually give that a name. So I'm going to call it sheet. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that names and addresses, like that. Now, when you do this, I think it doesn't like you having spaces in here, so you need to keep everything in a format similar to that. Then click OK. The next thing that you need to do is go into sheet 1 and copy these fields here, the fields that you're actually going to want to copy across. So name already is in sheet 2, so I don't need that. So I'm just going to copy across these headers here for address, city, state, and zip. So I can go copy and then drop them into here with paste. So now it's time to bring the data across. Now the easiest way to do this, as I said, is using the vlookup. So click here and then click equals, and that will then you'll then see here that this box changes. Now I'm going to show you how to find the vlookup just in case you don't know how. One easy way of doing it is just to go to more functions like that and then type in vlookup like that, and then click go, and you'll see at the top of this list is vlookup. So if you double click that, then it brings up this box. Now to make this work, what you need to do is obviously complete these boxes, and you'll see if you read this information here, it's not very clear as to what it's actually saying or that you have to do. So the first thing you need to do is define what it is when Excel's looking at this particular row it's going to be looking for in the other spreadsheet or in sheet 1. So in this case it's going to be that which is A2. So that's the first thing. Now the next thing you need to think about is that when this is copied to the next rows, the next columns, you're always going to want to use column A for your point of reference. So to make sure that it always uses column A for the point of reference, you need to put a string sign there. So string A or a dollar string or dollar sign, whatever you want to call it, like that. Now the next thing, table array. Well, the table array is actually what was highlighted in here when we highlighted all of this, or I showed you highlighting all of this and giving it the name that we did before. So I'll just get rid of that there and go back to here, like that. And to bring up the list of names that you've created, if you press F3, you'll see it brings up the paste name here. So if you click names and addresses, which is what I named it, and click OK, it'll then populate that there like that. This column here, the column index number, is the columns, the column that's actually going to be the data column that is going to populate this particular cell from sheet 1. So, and the way this works is it numbers these. So this is column 1. So the name column here is column 1. The address column is column 2. Column 3 is the city column. Column 4 is the state, and column 5 is zip. So as I said before, because we've already got name in here on sheet 2, we don't need to copy name across again. So the first thing we're going to do is copy this column 2. So here you can just put 2. And it's actually made an error there because it was still on there, but if I just get rid of that on the end, that should be okay. Now the next thing you need to look at is range lookup. Now again, this is a bit of a confusing explanation of what this actually means. Obviously written by a programmer rather than somebody who reads English. What it's actually saying is that if you want an exact match, then put false here. Which is, if you're wanting to do this, then that's what you're wanting to do. So false is what you need to put in there. And then click OK, like that. Now it's come up with NA. What that's actually saying is that that particular name doesn't match any of the names in this list here. So what I need to do now is to copy that down all of here. So if you just position your mouse over this right hand corner of the box and double click it, it'll actually copy that all the way down for every column, for every row that's populated here. And as you can see, what it's done is it's identified all of the data where there's a match. So this here is obviously a match to there, and is then copied the first part of the address into this box here, which is what we said we wanted it to. We wanted it to take column 2 and put that here. So that's all okay. Now the next thing, which is a little bit annoying, is having these NAs here. They really are annoying. Now you can get rid of that by using a function which is built into Excel 2007 and also Excel 2010. I'm not sure if it's in 2003, but it's certainly in those two. And it's called the iferror function. Now, just to demonstrate this first, if I just put equals here, and then I can show you where it is on here. You can actually find it by putting if error like that and go, and it'll find it, and you'll see it returns. Well, half the time these are a little bit confusing, but this is the function that you use for this. It basically, what you're doing is you're actually saying if there's an error, what does it do? So you need to tell it what to do when there's an error. So if we click OK, then the first part is the value. So the value is, when I actually set this up properly, is going to be the vlookup function that we've set up for this column here. And then what you need to say is that if there is an error, what is it you want to display? Now in this particular example, we want it to display a blank cell. So to do that, if you put double speech space double speech like that, and then click OK, that's how you do it. So for the sake of argument, I'm going to write test there because it allows you to see how it actually structures this. So what we need to do is put this here, as you can see in the box up here, where it says if error open brackets test comma double speech marks, space, double speech marks, close brackets. What we need to do is use that formula there, and where it says test, we need to put the vlookup information that's in column A2 here. So I'll show you how to do that now. So in fact, I'm going to leave that there just in case, but if I come across here, the way that you can do that is by placing your cursor just after the equals there, and now you know the format of it. You can actually write if error like that, open brackets, and obviously the vlookup is replacing where there was a test, and then you're going to put, or where test was in the example I've just showed you, then comma, then question mark, sorry, then double speech marks, then space, then double speech marks, close brackets like that. And now if you press enter, you'll see the error has now disappeared. So we'll now copy that down the column by double clicking the the bottom right like that. It's looking a lot neater now because all the errors have gone out of it. So the next thing is, how do we get the city here? Well, that's very straightforward. All you need to do is copy this cell to here and amend it slightly. So we've copied it to there. The only thing that this needs is column 2 is not what we're wanting here. You're actually wanting column 3. So that needs to be changed. So coming back to here, edit that manually and just change the 2 to a 3 like that. And again, that can then be copied all the way down like that, and you'll see it's now populating. And the same again, so copy to the next one like that. I'm just dragging that to copy it, and once that comes in there, we now want state, which is column 4. So change number 3 here to 4, and then copy it down there like that. And the next column, I assume, was going to be column 5, and indeed it is. So there it is, column 5. So now come back to here and copy this cell to here like that, and then edit the 4 so it's now 5, and press return, and then copy that all the way down by double clicking the bottom right hand corner of this box like that. We've now got the zips all the way down like that. And that's the two spreadsheets merged together, which is once you actually understand it, it's a great feature, and it took me quite a while to work out how to do this, so hopefully that's been helpful for you. To get more tips, tricks and information, and also information on making money online, you can join my mailing list by going to www.workwithneilball.com. Again, that is www.workwithneilball.com. Until next time, goodbye.